a new CSGO bug that is basically a built-in radar hack that anyone can use. So basically, people have recently found a new exploit that allows you to use the mute enemy team function as a radar hack. Here's how simple it is. All you gotta do is type in cl_mute_enemy_team1 in console and then start recording a demo. Now when you start recording the demo, it looks like the player is no longer muted once again, but they still are. All you have to do is get within a certain distance of them, and then all of a sudden the mute will come back on. For example, here someone is set up in Palace, and once he gets close enough to it, you can see that they are now muted again. Obviously, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where someone is. It's not like a wall hack, but it is very much like a radar hack. Now, even if this was all the exploit did, it would still reveal a lot of information. For example, you could be playing a site without revealing yourself and just watch tab until someone just pops up muted. Now, once someone shows up as muted, they are going to stay muted for the rest of the game. That is, unless you do this. Set up a bind to toggle CL mute enemy team 01 and then bind equal log address add 1. When you hit both of these binds, it'll refresh it and everyone will appear unmuted again. You can use this indefinitely, though after executing it this time, it will freeze the game for a moment. This is absolutely game-breaking, especially in situations of coordinated play. With any luck, by bringing more attention to this, Valve will quickly fix this exploit. But if not, it's virtually undetectable unless you're streaming. Now, this isn't the only time Valve has ever added cheats to their game unintentionally. Back in Counter-Strike Source, there was something called shadow IDs. Basically, every player and object in the game that had a shadow would get a different ID assigned to that shadow. And if you decided to turn on show shadow IDs, you could see everyone's number next to their shadow. Not only could you see every shadow's number, you could see them through walls as well. So as a player moved around the map, you'd see their number through the walls and have basically a built-in wall hack. One that was technically completely undetectable. That is because it was a literal feature of the game. Now keep in mind, in that game other objects did have physics, so technically you could see a number moving around and it might just be a barrel. So I remember coming up with anti-shadow ID strategies for online play where we'd have barrels moving around on one side of the map, so they thought that we would be over there when we actually hit the other side. And to be honest, it rarely ever actually worked against them. Now the bad news is it took nearly a year for Valve to finally fix this exploit. And that was far more serious than the current radar hack exploit. And while this exploit is nowhere near as dangerous as the shadow ID wall hack exploit, it can still give players an insane advantage. So please share this with everyone you know and let everyone be aware of this exploit so that Valve is more likely to fix it. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Regularly scheduled programming will begin again tomorrow.